Ready to learn how our students can earn $5, $10, even up to $20,000 a month flipping houses? Click the Academy link for free details.
Hi there, my name's Jaci and I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And about a year ago, I really began to have an urge to start flipping houses and making a lucrative income. I knew a few people who had been flipping properties and I was really interested, but I just didn't really know where to start. I thought about hiring an investment coach and I searched the internet only to find a bunch of hoopla, and it really seemed as though there were a lot of people just selling like gimmicks. I needed to find a program that was legitimate and somebody that I could trust so that I didn't waste my money. I didn't have a lot of it to spare. And that's when I came across Peter's program. And coaching by Peter is so much different than all of the other programs I looked into. First and foremost, when I talked on the phone with Peter, I instantly felt a sense of trust that I hadn't felt anywhere else. In fact, I think out of maybe 10 programs I looked into, only one of them besides Peter got me on the phone. And all he did was try to sell me on things. So I didn't feel comfortable at all. And after I talked to Peter and I found out, how successful he was, he had sold upwards of 3,000 properties, I think it was, including commercial properties. His own business was absolutely thriving. So it was really a no-brainer for me to join the Academy. And I realized how frustrated I was with the amount of trainers there were out there that really were just taking people's money and not teaching them what they should. I didn't like the idea of jetting off to some hotel conference room and leaving my family for a weekend only to learn something that I can, buy in an ebook. So instead, I got serious training that I could do at my own pace. And I would just highly suggest this program and the Academy to anyone who is serious about their investment career and really want to take their property investments to the next level. I have learned so much, and I will continue to refer Peter's Academy to everyone that's interested. Thank you and have a great day. Thank you, Peter.
Hi there, this is Peter Vekselman again. So today I want to do another video where I make the case for the wholesaling model. A lot of you I know are out there and you're either bouncing around between different things like, maybe wholesaling, maybe rentals, maybe creative deals, maybe buy and holds, buy, fix and sells. Some of you aren't even there yet. Some of you are just doing research and you're trying to figure out, well, what should I be doing? For those of you that follow me know I'm a huge proponent of the wholesaling model. Now, I've done buy and holds, I do buy, fix and sells. I've done some outlier deals like rezonings, condo conversions, building from the ground up. But my number one model is I have done this for 15 years, all types of different various things. The one thing that's always been constant in what I do is running and operating my wholesale models. And there's really two words that best describe it and why I'm such a big proponent, why that is a model that so many of us as investors need to run. And here's what they are: flexibility and lifestyle. So number one, flexibility. Why is the wholesale model so important when it comes to that? See, it's one of the few models that is very flexible. Meaning, think about it, there's some things you could do in real estate that have almost no flexibility in them. For instance, if you're going to go out there and you're going to buy a 50 house subdivision, you're probably not going to get to house number 40, owning all this other land, going through all this rezoning, got all your contractors out there and say, well, you know what, I'm going to go from a 50, now I'm going to go to a 600 house subdivision. Now, it's pretty rigid. You're zoned for 50, you're 40 into it, you're doing that. A lot of times on the rental side, there's not much flexibility, both from the cash flow perspective, also from the location, geographical location, and all this. In terms of flexibility, the wholesale model has a tremendous amount of flexibility. If you're a wholesaler and you're looking to do one deal a month, you got the ability to do that. You could do as many as 10 deals on a weekly basis, which we sometimes do right here in my own office. You can even take it to much higher levels. And the great thing about it is you really don't have to change too much. Meaning in other models, for them to become flexible, you have to change a lot of things. Like maybe you have to raise more money, or you have to hire more people, or do things, you know, that really are you know, keep it very, very, very rigid. Whereas in this model, I could change it on a dime. I can go from 10 deals a week. The infrastructure is set up to do upwards of 10 deals a week here. But it's just as easy for me to crank it down to 5 deals a week. Or if we want to, we could crank it up and do 15, 20 deals a week. Because once the infrastructure is set up, it has a tremendous amount of flexibility. The second piece, and this may be the most important one, it's one of the key models in real estate that gives you the ability to give you a tremendous lifestyle. So let me tell you about a couple of friends I got. I got one buddy, a good friend of mine, Mark. He's in Columbus, Ohio. Mark's cranking out about 60 to 70 wholesale deals on a monthly basis. He's got an office actually in Ohio, and he's got one in Palm Beach, Florida. And even though he's got those two offices, he's rarely there. He's all over the place. He's playing, he's hanging out, he's at the beach, he's doing so many lifestyle type of things. So this model gives you the ability, once you set it up the right way, to have an incredible lifestyle. I'll tell you about another one of my friends that's got a terrific wholesale model, Joe. He's in Missouri. And Joe's big thing is he's actually wholesales lease options. Just a little twist to the wholesale model. Now Joe travels around with his family. As a matter of fact, I think he's overseas right now for 6 months with his family. But again, the lifestyle came as a result of setting up the wholesale model correctly. He actually wholesales with other local wholesalers around the country. Again, that goes back to the flexibility of this model. You have the ability to really massage this model and set it up in various ways. And Joe has massaged it to and fine-tuned it to the level where he wholesales with other wholesalers. He does the marketing, they do the wholesaling piece, the flip pieces, and there he is, gone half a year out and traveling across literally the world with his whole family. So as you're thinking and trying to figure out what's the right pathway, what's the right thing to do, I think as long as you're doing real estate, you're in the right direction. But I think it's also important to figure out the right model. Again, I'm a huge, huge proponent, obviously, of the wholesale model. Flexibility, lifestyle, ease of entry, ease of use, the non-capital, not geographically centered. I could go on and on and on. That is my number one model that I recommend people. Even if you have other models, you know, there's other things I do in real estate, from private lending and other things that I've told you before. But that is like one constant piece I have running in the background. That's the most consistent piece for the 15 years that I've been doing it.